Hello students, welcome to our e-learning class. This is Zakir Hussain from Springdale Children's School, Nayagaon, Kota. In today's class, we will learn about the chapter number 3, tenses. So let's start with chapter number 3. Now first let's see the introduction of the tenses. What is tense? The word tense is derived from Latin words tempus, which means time. A verb indicates the time of an action, event, or condition by changing its form. It is called tense. Based on time frame, the verb tenses may be categorized according to the time frame. They are three types: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Let's see the subtenses of these three tenses. Here each of the three sentences has four forms or subdivisions to show continuity or completeness of the action and time. They are indefinite, continuous or imperfect, perfect or perfect continuous. We can say here, for example, present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous, and so on. Now try to understand the tenses through the table. Now we can say that here three tenses are there: present, past, and future. And their subtenses are there: indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. In present tense and its indefinite tenses, we have to use only first form of the main verb with s or es. It's not compulsion to use the verb or first form of the verb with s or es. It's depend on the given subjects. Like that, present continuous we have to use is mr plus first form with ing. In present perfect, has, have plus third form. In present perfect continuous we have to use has, have, been plus first form with ing. Same with past. In past indefinite we have to use only second form of the main verb. In past continuous we have to use was, were plus first form with ing. And in past perfect we have to use had plus third form of the main verb. And past perfect continuous had been plus first form with ing. It is same in the future tense. In future indefinite we will have to use will or shall with first form of verb. In future continuous we will have to use will, shall, be plus first form with ing. In future perfect, will, shall, have played. And in future perfect continuous we have to use will, shall, have been first form with ing. Now let's see. The indefinite tense does not indicate whether the action is complete or not. Here in number 2, the continuous or imperfect tense, that the action is still going on. The perfect tense indicates that the action is complete, finished or perfect. Now in perfect continuous tense, it indicates that the action began in the past and is still continuing. Now let's begin with simple present tense. Here we can use the structure to frame the sentence in simple present tense. First we have to use subject, after that verb, and after that object. For example, the sun rises from the east. Simple present tense also expresses an action that occurs regularly or habitual. For example, she goes to the school regularly. Now here we can say that the four types of sentences: affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence, and negative interrogative sentence. Here we can see the example of affirmative: they play, they can sing, they speak. In negative sentence, they do not play. In interrogative, do they play? And negative interrogative, do they not play? These are the examples of four kind of sentences. Now let's see the present continuous tense. In structure, we have to use subject plus is MR plus first form with ing plus object. The present continuous tense is used to express an action which is happening at a particular time in the present or extending over a period of present time. Now let's see the example of present continuous tense. You are playing, you are not playing, are you playing, are you not playing? These are the sentences of four types: affirmative, negative, interrogative and negative interrogative in present continuous tense. Now let's move present perfect tense. Here is the structure of present perfect tense. First we have to use here subject plus has have plus third form of the main verb, after that object. Here has is used with a singular noun or subject and have is used with a plural noun or subject. Present perfect tense denotes an action that was started in the past and has just been completed. Now some examples are given here of present perfect tense. For example, I have played, I have not played, have I played, and have I not played. These are the examples of present perfect tense. And now let's see present perfect continuous tense. It is a last subtense of present tense. Here is structure given. First we have to use subject plus has have plus been plus first form with ing plus object. Present perfect continuous tense is used when an action that started in the past is still continuing. Let's try present perfect continuous with some examples. Here are some examples of present perfect continuous tense. For example, number 1, we have been playing. In negative sentence, we have not been playing. In interrogative, have we been playing? And in negative interrogative sentence, have we not been playing? These are the examples of present perfect continuous tense. And now let's come our next tense, simple past tense. Here is structure is given. We have to use subject plus second form of the main verb plus object to frame a simple past tense. Simple past tense is used for an action which happened at a particular time in the past. Let's try to understand with the example. Here we can see the examples of simple past tense. In affirmative we have to use I played. In negative we have to use I did not play. In interrogative we have to use did I play. In negative interrogative sentences we have to use did I not play. Now let's move on to past continuous tense. Here is a structure to frame a sentence of past continuous tense. For example, subject plus was verb plus first form with ing plus object. Past continuous tense is used for an action which was happening at a particular time in the past. Now here some examples are given of past continuous tense. Number 1, boys were playing. It is an affirmative sentence. Number 2, boys were not playing. It is a negative sentence. Number 3, were boys playing? It is an interrogative sentences. And the last one, were boys not playing? It is negative interrogative sentence. Now here is a past perfect tense. Here the structure is given of past perfect tense. For example, subject plus had plus third form of the main verb plus object. We have to use this structure to form past perfect sentences. Past perfect tense is used to express an action that was completed before another action started in the past. It is used with the earlier of the two actions. The simple past tense is used with the other action. Now here are some examples of past perfect tense. Sheila had played, Sheila had not played, had Sheila played, had Sheila not played. These are the examples of past perfect tense. Now here let's see past perfect continuous tense. Here is the structure to form past perfect continuous sentence. First we have to use subject plus had plus been plus first form of verb plus with ing plus object. Now here past perfect continuous tense is used for an action that began before a certain point in the past and continued up to that point. Now here are some examples of past perfect continuous tense. In affirmative sentence, we have to use Ria had been playing. In negative sentence, Ria had not been playing. In interrogative sentence, had Ria been playing. And in negative interrogative sentence, we have to use had Ria not been playing. Now let's move on to simple future tense. Here the structure is given. We have to use subject plus will shall plus first form with main verb plus object. We have to use here shall in simple future tense with the pronoun I and we. Simple future tense is used for an action that will take place at particular time in the future. Here are the example of simple future tense. Number 1, Ravi will play. In negative, Ravi will not play. In interrogative, will Ravi play? In negative interrogative sentence, will Ravi not play? Now let's move on future continuous tense. Here is the structure to form future continuous sentence. First we have to use subject plus will shall plus be plus first form with ing plus object. The future continuous tense is used to express an action which will be in progress at a particular time in the future. Now let's see the example of future continuous tense. In affirmative sentence, we will frame the sentence just like I will be playing. In negative sentence, I will not be playing. In interrogative sentence, shall I be playing? And in negative interrogative sentence, shall I not be playing? So these are the examples of future continuous tense. Now let's see the future perfect tense. Let's see the first structure of future perfect tense. First we have to use subject plus shall will plus have and plus third form of the main verb, and after third form of the main verb we have to use object. Future perfect tense is used to indicate the completion of an action by a certain period of time in the future. Here are some examples of future perfect. She will have played, she will not have played, will she have played, will she not have played. Now see the future perfect continuous tense. Here is the structure. First we have to use subject plus shall will plus have been plus first form with ing plus object. The future perfect tense is used when an action is to continue up to a certain point of time in the future time. Now let's see the example of future perfect continuous tense. In affirmative sentence, we frame the sentence like Raj will have been playing. In negative sentence, Raj will not have been playing. In interrogative sentence, will Raj have been playing? And in negative interrogative sentence, we will have to use will Raj not have been playing. So dear students, it was the explanation of the chapter number 3, the tenses. I hope you have understood better. We will meet in our next class. Till then, goodbye.